you're having an absolutely magical day today. Let me adjust a few things. We are set to go. Thanks for being here. Means a tremendous amount. We've got so much to talk about today. And you saw, a very, very interesting midday release of a video. I know, I'm very excited about that. I don't always do that. It's very uncommon for me to break that 8 a.m. Schedule, even for the opening day of a new attraction. But you know, this was something extra special. I needed to share this with you as fast as possible, so I did, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Today is all about those questions. Ooh, the audio's kind of low. Uh-oh. Let me make sure you can hear me. I think we're good. Let me know if you can't hear me. Try turning up that audio. Ready to answer those questions for you. Let me know if you have any questions about the opening. Oh, first one from Miss Jenny. Are you glad pass holders aren't restricted? So glad. That rumor that we heard originally, not true, and I love it. I love it when we cover a rumor, maybe not, thinking about the positives and negatives, and then we find out it's not true in our favor, and that's always positive. I'm happy about that. I can hear you. Oh, you can. Oh, audio's fine. Audio fine. Okay, good. Glad to hear it. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hopefully internet hangs in there. That's an important part. Let me know your questions about the opening of Walt Disney World. For those who didn't see the video yet, July 11th and July 15th are the big days. Disney World opening back up. I'm so excited, Vicky. I'm right excited with you. Let me tell you. It's been too long. It's been too long. Oh my gosh. Michael, what do you think about annual pass holders days not counting until capacity restrictions are gone? Michael. Wait, is that confirmed? Daniel, I'm going to only talk about things that I know about confirmed. I'm only going to say things that I know are confirmed. But if that's true, annual pass holders days not counting until the capacity restrictions are gone. Daniel, I'm not sure if that's true or not. I haven't heard personally about that. But if that's true, that would be great. Yeah. Favorite park? No, not confirmed. Oh, yeah, no, not confirmed. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, but that's a great idea. I like the idea. I like that idea a lot, but I don't think that's going to be the case at all. Your videos are really great. Thank you so much. So glad you enjoy that. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors. But we're going to make sure that whatever I tell you in these things where I don't say it's my opinion or a rumor, I'm always try to be as clear as possible about that. So we know the difference, because it's fun to talk about rumors. It is. But knowing what's accurate is so important. So important. Michael, what are you most excited for? Just going back. I don't care. I don't care what it is. I don't care. A ride, a dining experience, anything. I want to see the castle. I just want to go back. Mobile order only. Yes, that is a true thing. Let me know. I'm ready. Michael, think they will give you a media day? I am always so honored, so honored when Disney invites me out to sharing it with you. I'm just so honored. Whether or not they do it, totally up to them. Either way, but we're gonna have a lot of fun together, no matter what. Trust me, we will. Food places be open. We heard about some. They said food restrictions, so it's important that we note that. They said there were restrictions on food, which means, in my opinion, some restaurants may not open. Most probably will, and most of them, in addition, will have separations between tables, where there'll be an empty table and then a family sitting there, an empty table. You get the idea. Have you read official Disney Parks posting on the openings? Yes, I have, Andrew. I have, and I can go over it here with you. One of the things that it's important to note is that reservations for DVC members, you can make a reservation even now, which is an important factor. DVC members can make reservations now. I know. Do you think blackout dates will still apply? Corey, I tend to think so. Yes. Given how they're doing this, because annual pass holders, any ones that have access to the parks will be able to go and get that reservation. Remember, you have to get a reservation before you go, so they're not too crowded. But yeah. Thoughts on Stormtroopers appearing at Disney Springs? I missed that. Hello from Tiffany and Josh. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. If I missed your comment, give it a few minutes and then ask again. I'll be ready for you. I want to try and get as many as possible today. Remember, this Q&A is all about Disney's reopening. I'm ready for you. Going to miss Disney cruises. Oh, I know. I'm sorry about that, but hopefully they'll be opening soon as well. I know. I do stand by what I said earlier in terms of I think this was a smart date. I want to go today. I would like to go to the parks right now, but I think it was very, very wise of Disney to wait until July 11th. Very smart. Michael, what park are you going to first? Is it Animal Kingdom or Magic Kingdom? I haven't decided yet, and I'm going to base that on what happens in the future. Whether it's a soft opening, whatever those things happen in the future. Not sure, so I can't answer that yet. But I want to go to them all. I really do. First ride when you go back. let's see. It'll be either Animal Kingdom or Magic. Flight of Passage? Flight of Passage would be a nice way to go back to it. Where do you think the relaxation area is? Oh, good question. We talked about that. I don't know where those relaxation areas will be. We can envision some ideas, but if you think about like the old smoking areas at Disney, that would make sense to some degree, but the mask off areas would have to be like separated, like 10, chair and then 10 feet apart and then another chair. Think about that. So I would envision that it'll be something like that, but they're going to have to like section it off. It's going to be very difficult. Very difficult. I don't know how they're going to do that. When am I going to buy DVC? Someday. Someday. It's going to happen. Is it going to be open to international guests? I'm not sure. Not sure. Marilyn misses you. Hey there. Good to see you. When do you think parades and fireworks will come back? When it is appropriate. I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I could speculate with you, but I wish I knew. Compensation for European pass holders that can't travel yet. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I might call Disney then in that situation if you're a pass holder from Europe. Maybe it's worth a call. Do you think cost will go down? No. Given what we saw at Disney Springs today, and I saw some of the pictures, I would imagine the cost will not go down. Because the enthusiasm is still there. There's a lot of friends who still really want to get to the parks, me included, let me tell you. My guess at the capacity cap, 20%. That's my guess for the beginning. Which is more than you might think, I'm telling you. First food you're trying, again, I'm not sure where I'll be going first, but if I had to guess... Night Blossom? Maybe we'll have a Night Blossom immediately. That'd be good. Do you think it will only be 20%? I think it will hit whatever capacity they have. So if they have 30%, it'll hit 30%. 20%, it'll hit 20%. Let's see. Trading pins, yes. I don't think that will be around for a little while. We're going to see trading pins go away for a while. So stay tuned for that. Dole Whip, yes. I love it. Our trip is scheduled for July 13th to 17th. Whew, all right. There, okay, though. Sounds like you're in pretty good shape there, but make sure you have those reservations. You're going to need a reservation to get into the parks. With a resort reservation, you're going to need one as well. How do you think waiting in line will be? I think there will be some virtual queues, no doubt about it, but also there will be the social distance version of waiting in line, like we saw at all over, that were being proposed all over. So it's something that Disney has already given thought to. So virtual queuing, I think we'll see, and social distance queuing. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can. We got an hour, so it's okay if you don't see if I didn't get to it yet. Don't worry, we got time. Mike from Nova Scotia. Hey there. If admission to the parks is restricted to resort guests only, will you be having a staycation to go to the parks? I would love a staycation. Probably won't do one right away because I can't book one yet. But I will definitely go for another staycation soon. Once all this is behind us, absolutely, positively, no doubt. For tickets with reservation system, I have no idea. That's a very good question. If I had to guess, the answer is yes. They'll probably have a reservation system. At Park Hopper, though, you know what? Wait a minute. What do you think? Do you think yes or no they'll honor the park ticket? I think that it's possible, but at the same time, considering capacity, they actually may not allow park hopping. That's a very good question, though. I love that question. About park hopping. So you got that question early. It's so interesting. It's a good question. Are you going opening day? Again, Kenna, not 100% sure yet. I'm not sure what soft openings or all that's going to look like. I will answer that as soon as I can. Good question, though. Excuse me. I know, park hopping. It's a good question. It really is. Keys to the Kingdom. I will definitely be doing that tour one day in the future. I say no to park hopping. I tend to think that park hopping is, now that I think about it, like give it a moment, I can see how you're getting to know. Yep. I can see it. I can. Michael, thinking about September, Animal Kingdom Lodge. Ooh, that sounds good. Just have to get Canadian border open. Okay, well, hopefully that will happen by then. Do you think park paper maps and menus will be a thing of the past? Oh my gosh, good question. Let me know what you think. A thing of the past. I sure hope not. I love park maps, and menus, I believe, still have a place, but perhaps not. Counter service, I think menus may be a thing of the past. Table service, I don't think so. It's just a part of the experience. In terms of maps, oh my goodness, please. I don't think that they'll be gone forever, but It's possible. It's possible. Oh my God. Do you think they pushed off the opening dates to ensure the resorts are up and running as well? Chris, there's no, I think it was just about guest safety. That's it. They're thinking about the numbers. They're thinking about what's best for everyone. That's what they're thinking about. That's why they chose July 11th and 15th. What is best for everyone? They had to take in so many factors. Think about training the cast members and opening those resorts and the transportation. It's so many factors. Yes, I believe that they just chose those dates because they are best for everyone. Okay, no. So a lot of friends are saying no. You think maps are a thing of the past? I don't know. Michael, do you think NBA coming to ESPN will affect the resort hotels? Yes, to a degree. To a degree, absolutely. If no meet and greets, how will they keep character interactions still special? It will be unique. It will be very unique, but we'll see. It's hard to know what Disney is prioritizing when it comes to this. They're going to prioritize guest safety first, but then they've got to think about everything else. So you got to consider all of that, and I think the character meet and greets will be unique, very unique. At first, we're not having any, by the way. At first, there will be no character meet and greets. I don't believe so. Not for a second. Okay, more questions. Do you think Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party will be up and the parade will be by late October? I hope that parade is running by the time we get to it. Honestly, in August, but that's hopeful thinking right there. Michael, we have Boo to You tickets for October. Do you think there's a chance that there will be a parade or fireworks by then? October, I hope so, and I tend to think so. The problem is. And this is not meant to scare anyone. They mentioned it during the task force meeting, so I wanted to mention it here. There are 3 doctors in the task force meeting who are talking about a second wave. I'm not the first person to bring it up. Obviously, Disney's going to be watching this very carefully. It looks like we're on our way to a much better future, but Disney's going to pay attention to that part too. They're going to think about that. They're going to make sure that guests are safe. So it's a big requirement. Any idea how long the mask requirements will last? Good question. I tend to think as long as necessary. But if you ask me in terms of dates, I hope by the fall they're no longer necessary. That's my hope. Do I think that's likely? Maybe more like late fall. But how do you think bus transportation will be reduced from parks to resorts? In every way that you can imagine, Daniel. So think about like a guest and then empty seat, guest, empty seat, or maybe even 2 empty seats. Especially at first. I think that's what they're going to end up doing. And a cast member, many cast members, will be standing by at those stations to make sure the guests are following all those rules. Answering your questions. Are you buying any Disney-themed masks? Not yet, but maybe I should at some point. That'd be cool. Social distancing. Yep, that's how those social distance on the transportation. Monorails too. Gondolas. Well, gondolas you're gonna have your own gondola. But monorails, they got to think about that too. They even mentioned it during the meeting. So look at those notes. Do you think the finger scan at park entrance, that's a thing of the past? I mentioned that in another video. Oh, wait a minute. No, I didn't. Coming soon. Today was a crazy day. I'm getting ahead of myself, but that video is coming soon. That's going to be a thing of the past eventually. Maybe in the short term, we'll see them wipe down the fingerprint scanner before you touch between each guest, but those are going to be a thing of the past before you know it. Michael, what do you think the capacity for Magic Kingdom is? Not 50,000, no. I don't know. A lot. Tickets for September. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, not staying on property. Do you think there will be any luck? I think it's possible that by September we should be good to go. I think so. NBA booked Caribbean Beach 100%. Really? I didn't realize that. Oh my gosh. Fast passes will turn into Max Pass or Rise of Resistance virtual queues for all rides. I don't think we'll see a Max Pass style. I think we'll see some virtual queues and some social distance lines where you have to stand 6 feet apart. I think that's what we're going to see. But just being back. Magic Kingdom capacity is 62,000. That's right. Okay, so, or 100,000. Somewhere in there. It's a lot. So, we'll see. Do you think they will still do a physical bag check? Very good question. Joanne, I heard about something. I don't think it was SeaWorld. It was a different park. I forgot which park it was. But there's a park where they have these special scanners next to you, and you actually just walk past them. And they'll beep, and then someone will come up to you if they have to check something. But that would be great. That's the future of security checkpoints at theme parks. So I hope that we see something like that in the long-term future. In terms of when they reopen in July, they will be doing manual bag checks. Yes, they will. Top Six Flags. That was Six Flags. Okay, that was Six Flags. Right, that's the scanners. Okay, so that would be great. I would love to see that at Disney. That kind of implementation takes a long time. So not yet. But one day. Michael, what Universal does though with the X-ray scanner, that's part of the solution, but I don't think it's all the way there because you still have to touch the bins. Everybody's stuff is going in the bins, so I don't think that's the solution either. I think walking past the scanners is the best way to do it. Will the Fast Pass system be obsolete this summer? Jim, it's a question that other friends have asked me. I think that it's possible that the virtual queuing and standing those social distance lines will become the norm for the summer and not Fast Passes. They just announced the hours for opening day. Oh, you missed it already. Oh, all right, there you go. Let us know what it is. Are the hotels going to be open for the people without reservations? Kristen, it's a very good question. Video coming out on that tomorrow. I believe that those hotels will be open for those with reservations to the restaurants or the resort itself. Besides that, it may be delayed just a bit. Why don't they open all four at the same time? It's actually, I believe it was done because they don't want just a huge rush into the Orlando area at the same time. So there are going to be a lot of people who go for Magic Kingdom, and then there are going to be like another set of folks who come for Epcot and Hollywood. So it's an important factor there. Oh, well, there you go. Opening days, Alex, thanks to you. 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on July 11th, and Animal Kingdom at 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Very helpful. Thank you very much. Good news, Deluxe Diablo Burger, still amazing. All right, digesting now. That sounds great, Eddie. I got to go get one. It's a training issue on park opening, right? Tom, that's another thing. They have to train the cast members. Cast members are a big part of this, so that's an important factor. What are my thoughts on the water parks? I think that it's likely we'll see them open, but not right away, obviously. Disney's going to wait just a tiny bit longer on those water parks. They're taking every precaution. They're being so methodical about how they're going to make sure the opening goes exactly right. Okay, if you're just joining us, thanks for being here. I am answering your questions about the Disney reopening. We're going to talk about as many things that we know about right now. DVC members can make reservations now, actually, so go for it. And the rest of us will be waiting until after a few more days here to make those reservations. And then you do have to make reservations to go into the parks. That's an important factor. Michael, when do you think you'll hear about the cruise line opening projections? If I had to guess, the end of the year. The end of the year is when we'll hear about the cruise lines a little bit more. I know Carnival's thinking about more, but sooner rather than later, we hope. When is your first 1-year anniversary of living in Florida? Oh my gosh, yes, Jackie. Technically, you ready for this? I consider it July 4th because I like to celebrate with America. I consider it July 4th. But I moved. Are you ready? Pretty sure we took off from the car on July 11th. I have to look. Hold on. I'm going to look back. I'm looking back at the calendar. You ready for this? Hold on. David will know for sure. No, wait. It was the 12th. No. Was it the 12th or the 11th? Hold on. No, you know what? I took off on the 11th. So that's that. If that doesn't sound like fate to you, I don't know what that is. I actually started driving to become a Florida resident on July 11th, 2019. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we have to go on the first day. I mean, now we have to go. Now we have to go. I'm telling you. There we go. I know it's funny to think about. I know. We'll get there before you know it. That's fate. I know it feels like fate, doesn't it? It's funny. It was July 11th. That's weird. It's like Michael, you were meant to be here. That's how it feels. You know what I mean? And I feel amazing. And even though we haven't been to the parks in like 3 months, it still feels amazing. Love the shirt. Oh, thank you very much. I love this one. Mask will be required on all Disney property, right? On all the property. I would imagine eating and drinking will likely also, you can take that out. That's the exception. And I think that they have not announced this officially, but those under the age of 2 and those with breathing disability will have the opportunity to remove them as well. Not official by Disney, but that's what I envision. There you go. Let's see. 1 year. Sounds like 1 year anniversary living there. There you go. I know I want to consider it July 4th. Like I want to kind of count that day because I like to celebrate with America, but technically it was July 11th. Technically. How do you feel about precautions in place? Do you feel about no fireworks or parades? I feel like they've taken a really, really good strides in terms of how they can keep us all safe. Temperature checks, masks required, social distancing, cleaning constantly. I feel very comfortable, and going back is going to feel really good. It's finally happening. Oh, there you go, Dave. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Out of curiosity, what was the longest time away from the parks? Patrick, if you're considering my time living in Florida, this is by far the longest time. But before that, there was 1 year in high school where I did not go. But I think there was only one. David can confirm this, or my mom can confirm it. But I think there was only 1 year in high school where I didn't go to Disney at all. Every other year I went at least once. Every other year. Yeah, that's what happens when you're really into it. Michael, found your channel during the pandemic. Love the videos. Thank you, Lonnie. Get ready for even more. Those vlogs. I want to make the vlogs. Here's my quick update on that. More fun, more compelling, more engaging. I want them to be fantastic. I want them to be something that you can, you watch again and again and absolutely love. So I've been working a lot on my style, on how I like to vlog, on sharing the story in different ways. I hope you saw that with the Disney Springs vlog. The kind of sharing the music a little bit differently, some of those transitions I changed up a little bit. Give me a thumbs up if you thought it was a kind of a good change that I was making, or if you could tell there was a change. Let me know. If not, that's okay too. But I really want to continue working on that. On that style and making it the best that we can possibly make it and share the story in a way that we can all smile about. Love all the vlogs. So thank you so much, Rodney. I appreciate that. Circus Olay. I'm not sure, Stephen. I would imagine that we'll see a pretty long delay on Circus Olay. Oh, I'm glad. Yay, thumbs up. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Vlog style's awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Your form of Disney Springs vlogs. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, those transitions were tough. Shanghai still require reservations to get into the parks. Not sure if they still do, but I know they did for a while. Keep them up. I like the music and different views. Okay, Michelle, that's great to know. Thank you. Are you excited to experience the park at 30% capacity? Sure, Jonathan, sure, absolutely. I'm more excited to just go back. When we come to Disney from this point forward, it should be lower crowds, but yes, that's just getting back. You've got that anticipation back. You can feel it, right? It's electric. I can feel it. Did you cry when you heard the announcement? I was excited. I was pumped. Michael, thank you for keeping us informed and positive. I'm an essential worker. Well, thank you, Amanda. Essential worker. Thank you. And your videos are light during the day. I'm so glad. Big shout out to all of our essential workers. Whether you're a doctor, nurse, trash. Think about that one. Police, fire department. There's tons of those. Grocery in essential work right now. Big shout out to you. Just huge shout out. I can't say more than that. Huge shout out. Is your annual pass extended? All of our annual passes will be extended. No doubt about it. Waves of Disney. I can feel them. I want to answer your questions. Where do you get your music for the vlogs? David, most of the music comes from the YouTube music library. Some of it comes from SoundCloud? I think it's SoundCloud. I think so. Yes, I linked some of the music in some of the more recent vlogs. Check those out. Do you think Savi's workshop will be open? No, I think a lot of these smaller experiences will be closed for the time being. Savi's workshop's a great example of that. Droid Depot, you touch a lot of things. I think that's also going to be closed for the time being, but slowly but surely we'll see them open up. We will. Thank you from a grocery worker, of course. Don't want to forget about, if I've forgotten you as an essential worker, let me know. Recycling, trash, police, grocery, deliveries, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, tons of essential workers, tons. So huge shout outs, huge shout outs. What mask do you recommend in Florida heat? Oh my gosh, Julia, I need to give you a better answer on that. I have a kind of a N95, like it's not a paper, it's like a cloth. It's good, but yeah, it's tough in the Florida heat. It is going to be tough. It's something to get used to. Postman, of course, postman, EMTs. Thank you, pharmacists, train conductor. Yes. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that. Great job, Michael, on the fantastic YouTube channel. Thank you. My family appreciates the escape from reality through the vlogs. Keep it up. Lewis, delighted. I can share it all with you. Don't forget, all of it, 100% family friendly. That's what we're going for. All right, any more questions? I'm ready for you. We still got lots of time. So if I missed your question earlier. Medical records department, essential worker. Big shout out to Nomi there. Let me know your questions. Plumbers. Oh, another plumbers, HVAC. There are individuals in our community who keep everyone going while we're all trying to stay safe. Will Rise of Resistance be opening? I tend to think maybe. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to. Slowly. Daycare teachers. Boom. Another one there. Has anyone used the mission cooling scarves? I've tried it before. It's okay. You're essential. Okay, well, thank you very much. Num Num Cookies. Yum. Do you think boarding passes will be used, especially with ride queues? Max, I think we're going to see more boarding passes for different attractions, but not all of them. Some of them will definitely still have those virtual queues, or not the social distance queues. Let me know any other questions. I'm ready. Went to the Lego store. They don't let anyone touch anything. Oh my gosh, you have to ask. So Ray, Nikki, that's a really good point you brought up. So there's not going to be as much touching of things, like stores and all those things. You pick what you want, you ask someone to look at it, and someone else will grab it for you. Disney's going to do all these things to make sure that everyone stays as safe as possible. First ride. I don't know what the first ride. Maybe Flight of Passage. How many rides are open? Again, we don't know about that, but hopefully I've got a video coming up soon about, it came out today. Different rides that I think will be open. So look at that video from today. What do you think Disney transportation will be like? Social distanced. It will be social distanced. Plural? Social distanced. Yeah. There you go. Shout out to physical therapists and working essential. There you go. Physical therapist. Shout out to you. Do you think we'll still use park hopper tickets? Oh, we talked about park hopper. I don't think so. But Disney will confirm. Disney will let us know. When do you think Space 220 will open? I hope that it opens when we go back to Epcot. That would be amazing. Let's do that. But reality is probably late summer. Any news on Disney cruises? Not yet. Hopefully soon. How do you think fast passes and advanced dining reservations will work in conjunction with park reservations? Jim, it's a good question. I can see where you're coming from in terms of, let's say you have a reservation at Magic Kingdom, but dining reservation at Sci-Fi, so reservation to go into Magic Kingdom, and dining in Sci-Fi, yeah, that's going to be rough. I don't know. They may just kind of leave a gap for those who have the reservation to go to the dining reservation. Oh my gosh, it's going to be tough. They may also ask guests to kind of stay in the one park. I can see them asking guests to stay in the one park. I don't know. I wish I knew. I don't know. Think Spaceship Earth will open when Epcot opens back up. Oh, yes. Did you see the video I made today? So we saw on the website how Epcot Spaceship Earth is closed for refurbishment. I believe that was automated. I don't believe someone pushed a button and said close for refurbishment now. Is it possible that someone did? Absolutely. 100%. But somehow I think that when they go back, they're going to just open up Spaceship Earth. That's me. Could be wrong. Hope I'm wrong. I'm ready for the new one, but I missed the old one too. I don't know. Whatever they do, I'm going to be happy with Spaceship Earth. Honestly, I will be. If they go for the new one, I'm going to be happy. If they're sticking with the old one, I'm going to be happy. Either way. Just don't take away Carousel Progress. Let's not do that. Excuse me. My gosh. I wonder if Disney will sell their own face masks in the parks. I bet you they will. Well, do you think you would keep a trip to Walt Disney World if you lived out of state? Magic in Michigan, I think that I would, depending on the date. So if it was anytime in July, I would think about it. Maybe I want to see what it's like first in terms of vlogs. But then I would consider it. After July, I probably would go for it. That's me. Let me know your thoughts. Are you tired of quarantining with Dave? No, with Dave, never. No. We're having fun. Video games, all sorts of good stuff. We're having a great time. Michael, just joined the chat. Teresa, thanks for being here. So excited for the news trip in November. This is good news. Yes, it is. Very good news. No, need to ride Spaceship Earth one more time. Right, that's my thought. There are guests who would have liked to have ride Spaceship Earth. Road. Let's restart that. There are guests who would have liked to ride on Spaceship Earth before it closed. I got that wrong. Anyway, you get the idea. And whether or not, I think that keeping it open would help, but at the same time, if they're ready to go, I say update it. That's me. What video games do you guys play? All sorts. I actually just recently got back into do you remember the Xbox game with the Kinect? Disneyland Adventure? Kinect Disneyland? You hold out your hand and you kind of steer your character around, and you go and you collect things. I was so in the mood for the parks on that day. I was having a great time. Give thanks to cast members. Big shout out to cast members. If I haven't already, huge shout out to cast members. But you know I love you. You know I do. I'm going to read as many comments as possible. We got another at least 15 minutes. So you got more time. In case I missed anything. Do you think they'll introduce distance meet and greets like they have in Shanghai? Yes, I do. Hospice nurse here, shout out. But it's going to be a unique version of that. So I think that maybe we'll have an opportunity to meet characters from afar. Think like on top of a balcony, somewhere they can kind of enforce the distance, where a child can't run up to the character. They're going to think about that. That's an important. Cues with touchable interactive parts. Right. Winnie the Pooh. Okay, so that's a good example. In the Winnie the Pooh queue, if you haven't been recently, you can touch the walls and kind of brush away the honey that's dripping down. It's not sticky, it's just a screen. But that kind of thing is going to have to be closed for the foreseeable future. So those kind of things, I think they're going to have just like plastic over to make sure that no one touches them. They're going to take every step possible. Just announced a few hours for water parks, so I'm guessing it's open. Oh, really? Elijah, I missed that. There you go. Do you think guests will respect social distancing? Yes, I do. I think that Disney's also going to play a big role in terms of reminding guests to do so. But, I think that everyone at Disney is respectful of others and wants to do their part. Whether or not we forget these things sometimes, it happens to the best of us. It does. I personally believe that most people are good. I really do. I don't think that anyone means ill. I think that sometimes we forget. We as humans, we tire of things. Wearing a mask all the time. I'm so tired of wearing a mask. Right, but we have to get used to it. We'll get there. Slowly but surely. Do you think the parks will close earlier for the next few months so cast members have extra time for sanitizing? Joanne, either that's a possibility, or they'll hire more cast members to clean. It's a total possibility. We're from UK, trip planned for September. What are your thoughts? I really hope you get a chance to go. I would imagine so, but that's a random guess for me. That's random. What about Test Track? Building cars. Oh my gosh, and didn't even think of it. Didn't even think of it. I think that's a thing of the past for a while. You will not be building a car for a while because the touchscreen. Nope, I don't think so. That's me. Anyway, I'm ready. Any other questions? I want to make sure I answer as many of these as I can. How do you think the monorail will work with social distancing? Right, Alex, what I think they're going to do, let's pretend for a moment. Okay, in my mind, family of 4 and a family of 5. And they come up to the line for the monorail, and a cast member says, okay, family of 4 and family of 5, you go in this car of the monorail. And when a family of 5 sits on one side, family of 4 sits on the other side, no one stands in the middle. And that's how they're going to do it. That's my interpretation. Or at least what I imagine they'll do. I'm craving Garden Grill. Oh, I'd love Garden Grill right now. We haven't been in a while. Park hours are very limited that week. Magic Kingdom closing at 7 p.m. No surprise, though. Disney's going to take it slowly and carefully. Good question. Did someone... oh my gosh, I missed a question. Oh no. I missed a question. I missed a bunch of questions. I want to make sure I don't miss too many. Standing in the middle sounds about right. Right, no standing in the middle. Right. How do you think the buses will operate with social distancing? Right, so Joey, we kind of went into this before. Maybe a guest sitting, and then no guest, and then maybe a guest sitting, or perhaps 2 spaces between guests, something like that. And the cast members will be enforcing that. Food and Wine Festival. If it doesn't start right away, maybe it'll start a bit later. Maybe they'll delay the Food and Wine Festival a little bit, possibly. Sony. Oh, have you seen the new Sony ZV-1? Yes, I have. I have not tried it, but I have seen it. The frame is a 24 millimeter. I work with 10 millimeters, so that I've thought about it. I might try it at some point, but I don't think it would work for me. I just love my camera setup too much. I enjoy the whole process with this camera. It's big, but it's also something I can hold on to, and yeah, there's something to that. We'll take the ferry to Magic Kingdom. Okay, yeah, ferry is going to be open too. Do you think? Oh, top 10 Disney World rides as a Florida resident. And I don't know if I can do that. They're all good. Look at some of my older videos on top 10s. Have loved the new style of vlogs and really appreciate the daily dose of happiness. Janet, thanks so much. I appreciate that. I want to continue working on them to make them as fun, informative, and exciting as possible. Big thing. I want to continue to improve the style. I have been working on it for a long time to get that. It's something you have to practice. It doesn't come to you. I'm still working on it. I do not consider myself an expert at all. At all. I'm still learning, and I think that's a critical part of everything in life. Sorry if you already answered. What are your thoughts on the resort pools? No problem, Teresa. I think that they will likely not open immediately, but hopefully shortly after the resorts open. That's my thoughts. Has being away from the parks these last few months allowed you to save more money? Tiny bit. Yeah. And I do spend a lot of money in the parks. That's true. Finger scans, do you remove them? I think they will eventually remove them. Watch out for a video coming out did that come out tomorrow? Tomorrow. No, 2 days. A couple days. I made a video. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Almost 50,000. No, and I'm honored. I really, really am. Pools are going to be open according to DVC. Okay, well then, Emma, that would be great. Again, I didn't hear officially. Still, we're learning as we go here. We're all going to learn together. But yeah, pools opening. That would be great. I'm not sure if you've answered this, but do you think they will add Apple Pay to the Magic Bands? I hope they do. I hope they do. The problem is, here's the problem. Apple Pay uses a very secure method of, they have this chip inside your phone, and it makes a random number. So it doesn't actually give them the credit card. It gives them which is why I use Apple Pay. It gives them a random number from this chip, which Apple has no access to in your phone. And then it resets the number every time. So it gives them a new number every time, and they just take the certain amount of money. For them to put that into your Magic Band would be, I think, extremely difficult. So there's two. I was thinking about this, and let me know your thoughts. I was thinking about this. One of two ways. You say yes to Apple Pay, and then you touch the Magic Band, and it recognizes your face, so it kind of links together there. Or you touch your Magic Band, and then it says, do you confirm this with Apple Pay? Show us your face or thumbprint. And they confirm it with that. And so they still give the random credit card number. You see what I'm going for? The security in terms of credit cards is so complicated. I don't understand it, but that's what I'm thinking. I think it's a little bit more complicated than just putting Apple Pay on your Magic Band. As much as I'd like that, I think that's a bit more complicated. Perhaps Disney, though, will have a separate system where you can actually put your credit card through the system here, like in your computer, and then it's always linked to your Magic Band. That would be helpful. But they're going to need some other form of authentication, so with your Face ID, or they're not going to do the button, so something else. They'll figure it out. Okay, all right. I went on that for a while. Tangent. They need to accept phone NFC. Yes, that would be helpful. I know to a lot, especially with Android. I'm hoping they would add some sort of connection to Apple Pay, but that would help. Touchless, cashless payment. Right. You can use Apple Pay at many locations around Walt Disney World. It's just, it's that extra step. And wearing a mask with Apple Pay doesn't work because it doesn't have access to your face. Oh, we moved this technology. Isn't this funny? I think it's hilarious. We moved this technology that recognizes your face, and I will be the first to admit, Face ID is awesome. At first, I was super skeptical, but I love Face ID. And now that we have Face ID, we can't even use it because of the mask. Oh, it's funny. Oh man, are you going to be there the first day? I hope so. It's a 1 year anniversary. Right, you can use your passcode for Apple Pay. Very true. I think it's funny. First day. Yeah, it's the 1 year anniversary of us moving to Florida, so I should be there the first day. Hey, they talk about anything related to hotels? Not too much, not during the task force, no. But we've been hearing a lot from DVC friends who have been saying that some resorts are going to be open with pools and all that, so we can expect, and even before the parks open, I heard that they'll be opening the DVC resorts before the parks open, which makes no sense to me, but maybe that's a fluke. I don't know what it is, but I believe friends who told me, so we'll see. We'll absolutely see what happens. Anyway, this is that part where we're going to find out together. They're ironing some of the details out. They'll tell us. They will tell us. Any plans to head back to Aulani? Not yet, but hopefully soon. That would be amazing. It really, really would be. Let me know. Last minute questions. I am ready for you. We've spent a lot of time answering questions. See, we got lots of questions in. Do you think the resorts will open before the parks? I think that it's possible. DVC resorts especially, so they can iron out the details. And DVC members just love going to the resort, so I can see why they might do that. Florida residents may want to go and kind of get reservations beforehand and go to Ohana, right over here. And there's a lot of reasons why they might want to open before the parks. As much as it doesn't make sense when you say it, I can see how it would make sense just kind of to run through it all, let the cast members kind of experiment, make sure everything's working well before the parks open up. Kind of like a several phase opening. Right, June 22nd. Right, so DVC Lab, thank you, Janet, said June 22nd. June 22nd and July 11th are pretty far apart. So you wonder, what's that mean? It might mean that they'll open the resorts prior. I would be shocked and very happy. I would be. Will you be able to resort hop? I hope so. I think so. Do you have a Disney mask? Not yet. Maybe I'll get one. Any advice for a family moving to from New York to Orlando this fall? Heather, don't use U-Haul. No, wait. Yeah, don't use U-Haul. Don't use budget. There you go. Don't do that. Had bad experiences there. And plan as much in advance as you can, but also don't get too stressed out on that day of. It's a lot. Per the Disney Parks blog, certain DVC in Fort Wilderness will open mid-June. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. So, Disney Parks blog, that's your place. Official news for Disney, that's where I go to. That's where I go. If you don't use fingerprint scan when entering a park, how will Disney ensure that people aren't using someone else's Magic Band? They're going to find another way, Joanne. Look out for an upcoming video about this. Oh my gosh. Upcoming video about this Face ID fingerprint from a few inches away. You'll see it in an upcoming video. They're going to find a way. Authentication is important, so they're going to find a way. Do you think the castle will be painted before the parks are open? Before the parks are open, no, but they will continue on. I drove by the other day and I saw a lot. I think it was more that was painted. I think so. I can't confirm it, but I looked at it. It looked like more of it was that darker blue. I don't know. What song are you looking forward to most hearing in the park? The song that makes you smile. Oh, I love it. Tomorrowland. Can we hear the Tomorrowland soundtrack or Adventureland? That's what we should end it on. Is construction still happening? It will. Thank you, Mike. Have a great evening. I appreciate that. It means a lot, Lori. When will Disneyland open? Hopefully soon. I keep hearing news about how they're going to open with Phase 3 at California, but so far no word on Phase 3. So we'll find out soon. Do you think the lack of international cast members will be strange in Epcot for a little while, Fran? But I think that it will. They'll figure it out. Right, DVC opening June 22nd. It's interesting. It really is. I'm not going to spill anything this time. Do you remember last time I spilled that water? That's not water, too. That's tea. We have Apple Watches, so no need to use our face for Apple Pay. TechWit, that's a good thought. I don't have an Apple Watch anymore, but you double click and then it's a really good point. Really good point. A lot of good questions. Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. There you go. Resort, yeah. I'm looking forward to it all. I think that there's something for everyone to enjoy. I really, really think so. I'm ready for you. Let me make sure we got all of our good questions here. There we go. All right. What happens if someone doesn't wear a mask? They will be reminded to put on their mask. That's what we were told. Yeah, gotta put on your mask. There will be cast members reminding you everywhere to put on your mask. We use gift cards for payment in the parks. Great idea, Stacy. Great idea. New update. iPhone allows you to open phone with mask. iOS 13.5. No. I wish. That would be great. Can we do? Let's do next thing. Iris scanning. Thank you for your Disney knowledge. Glad I could help. Do you enjoy living in Florida or Maryland more? Florida. Michael, so excited. I am so excited. I'm just ready for Disney to open. I'm ready. Let's do it safely. Let's do it. Disney needs to bring all cast members back and have them all trained. Right, there's a whole process for that. Whole long process for that. I was surprised today when they did not announce resort openings with Disney Parks blog. Kept me in suspense. I know, but they'll get to it. More announcements to come by then. No doubt about it. All right, last minute questions. I am ready for you. In case I missed one earlier on, or one that you want, a new question that you have, I'm ready for you. Parents doing well. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. Did you see the park hours? Yes, just was told about park hours. I know you love to see friends in the park. Oh, that's Teresa. I know you love to see friends in the parks. How will you handle someone who requests a photo? Okay, I'm happy to answer that right here. I love seeing friends in the parks. Even during this time, I don't want you to hesitate to say hi from a distance. So if you see me in the park, see my big camera, my hair gives me away a lot, don't be afraid to say hi from 6 feet away. I am more than happy to have a discussion with you. It's 6 feet away, no problem. We can take pictures 6 feet away, all that good stuff. Don't be afraid to come say hi from 6 feet away. I want to make sure that not only I am doing my part, but we are all doing our part to social distance. So if you see me in the park, same rules apply. Don't be afraid to come say hi from 6 feet away. Sound good? Okay. Did you see, I missed something. Did you see the crowds and how will Disney control them? Oh, I did see the crowds. But Disney at World of Disney, they took numbers so that there wasn't a huge line. There was, still a lot of people who are around, but that's one of the ways to solve it. So we'll see. Do you think they will allow park hopping? Since we talked about park hopping, I don't think they will, but we'll see. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoy this stream. It means a lot that you're here. It really, really does. Masks on cruise, yes or no? I think it's likely at first. I don't want to wear a mask on a cruise, but I will because it will be safer. I mean, nobody wants to wear the mask. No, of course not. We can agree to that, sure. But it's for everyone's safety, so we will. And that's an important part. Living in the epicenter here in New York City. Oh my gosh, please be safe. Please follow the rules. Right. Please. Yes, absolutely. They have a virtual queue. Are you serious? Wait, is Apple's 13.5 truly with mask? I thought you were joking. Are you serious? Really? I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into that after the stream. All right, that's interesting. How will they handle parties? We'll have to see. Lower crowds, for sure. Hardest adjustment living in Florida, aside from being away from your family. The temperature was a little bit of an adjustment, but not that bad. Biggest adjustment. Time management. Yeah. It's tough because, you gotta balance everything. Like, all right, park time and work time and editing time, and oh my gosh, tough. It's tough. I believe the parks will follow CDC guidelines. Perfect. Well said. Thanks for the info, Mike. Glad you found it helpful. Update your phone. Okay. I'm gonna look. Canada, thanks for the update. True story. Okay, well, it's a true story regarding Apple. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will look at the notes. I'm going to look at the notes. I'm seeing so many friends tell me this. Thank you for telling me. I'm sorry that I thought it was a joke. I thought you were joking. I will be looking at that momentarily. That would be so helpful. Please, let's do that. And I wonder how it does that. Do you think it gets the eyes? Like, it's able to detect that? Wow, I'm going to look at I'm going to just click this real fast. Just because we're here together. We're here together. Here together. And find out together. What do you think about the NBA? I think that it will be coming. 13.5 speeds up passcode, blah, blah, Face ID while wearing a face mask. I sit corrected. I am sitting corrected. Wow. Oh my gosh. Update all control. Wow. Voice tiles, group FaceTime calls, including bug fixes. Oh my gosh. I'm going to update my phone after this. Thank you for telling me. I sit corrected. Telling you. Wow. Okay. You just tried it and it worked, Alex. Oh, sitting corrected here. Still sitting corrected. Thank you very much for telling me. All right. Last minute. I'm going to give it 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes of questions. I'm ready. Ready for questions. Last ones. What will Disney do about attractions where a mask will come off? I'm thinking, very good question there, Grace. Astro Orbiter, Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain. I have no idea. Maybe Disney will say, please hold the front of your mask. But that takes away a little bit from the usefulness of the mask. Maybe Disney won't open those attractions. I really don't know. I heard it from you first. I did, Christian. I heard it from you first. The value of the team. Yes, value of the team. Curious how people will get out of the rain in a storm. Right. So you got to rush off it indoors and all that. And they've thought about all this. They've thought about how everyone's going to have to be separated during those times as well, during a storm. You got to think about that. Good to know about the new Apple update. I'm shocked by it. I was reading it. It was like, I'm still shocked. I'm sitting here. I'm shocked. When will the first cruise go out? Let's hope for late fall. Let's hope for it. Keep it up, Michael. Your positivity is great. Thank you so much. Means a lot. Really, really does. What will happen if your mask flies off? Right, that's the thing. They're going to have to be ready for that. Disney Cruise running at 50% capacity in December. Wouldn't be surprised. It sounds good. Looking forward to a socially distanced photo in November. Again, if you see me, don't be afraid to come say hi from 6 feet away. We'll do something fun. I'll do like one of these in the background. It'll be great. Any water park news? Not that I've heard. If you send me a message, I get through as many messages as I can, but this is the best way to message me. Feel free on the chat here. Let me know your thoughts. I'm ready for you. One more minute to answer questions. In regards to rain question you answered, do you think they will have more covering? In regard to rain question you answered, no. I think the reduction in capacity might help with that, but maybe they'll have more cast members standing around with umbrellas. Perhaps. Maybe they will. You know what? Maybe they will. Will you be playing any more games? I'm sure we'll play at least a few more games before all this is said and done. Thank you for answering our questions. Glad I could, Heather. Glad I could. Love your videos. Thanks for bringing us the magic. So glad you enjoy it. It means a lot to hear it. Everyone, thank you. Where is your brother? David's doing well. Thank you, Ratatouille. Ratatouille, I would imagine, will open shortly after after we get out of the phase 1, 2, and 3. How about that? That sounds good, right? You'll have the TikToks. Thank you very much. That's fun. Those are fun. I mean, it's a new platform. We'll see. Do you think Disney Cruise will reopen soon? Hopefully soon. Anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and make my way off. Thank you so much for being a part of it, for sharing in the magic with me. It means a tremendous, tremendous amount to be able to share it with you. Thanks for spending some of your day with me. We'll be sharing more of the magic very, very soon, and lots of excitement to come. Those park vlogs are going to be amazing when they come back. Thanks as always, everyone. Have a truly magical night. See you real soon.